Hello Star Trek Fleet Commanders. In today's episode, we're gonna be talking about managing your faction reputation. Regardless if you are like a 20 few level player or 50 level bro player, this kind of knowledge, this kind of information you might find helpful and might help you plan your game a little bit. Especially if you are in a need of some officers or maybe some blueprints of high level ships. This is really crucial to know and to plan things up front. I hope you're gonna like this content. As always, I'm asking everybody to like the video and subscribe to the channel. And recently I just got a question from one of my colleagues saying, well, but why do you ask for those likes and subscribes? And the important thing is that when you are subscribing to this channel, when you are liking those videos, when you are dropping in the comments, you are helping this channel to grow, you are helping me to reach the 1000 subscribers count. And when I'm gonna reach the 1000 subscribers count, I'm gonna be able to run some small monetization on this channel, so I'll be able to get maybe a few bucks every now and then just for, running an ad at the end of the video or maybe somewhere at the beginning. And thanks to that, I'm gonna get some sort of return of investment into those videos, because like for now, you probably don't know that, but Scopely is not paying content creators. They're just not paying anything, not even a penny. So as a content creator, especially not official content creator, I'm not getting anything from Scopely. And I'm still not official content creator because the previous community manager started the process and then I was off for a while and then he left and the next manager didn't pick up the process. So I am not an official content creator. So not only I'm not getting any information upfront, but also, any rewards, any in-game ads, well, no, not even official content creators gets that. So the only way to, help me to get something back from what I'm preparing for you, for sharing the information, from preparing the video, spending some time, recording, editing, cutting, is for me to run those monetization after I reach 1000 subscribers. And of course, every like counts, every comment counts, and every subscriber counts. Because the more people, the more likes and comments I have, the more the video is being displayed for people, the more people can subscribe to the channel, and the further I go to 1000. And when maybe one day I'm gonna reach 100,000, I'm gonna get this displayed from YouTube that I'm a silver content creator or something like that. There's this program for YouTube content creators that if you reach particular number of subscribers, you get this nice plate. So, what I'm doing for free, and the only way you can say thank you to me for what I'm doing is just to be a subscriber and, clicking these likes, sending some comments. That's the way to go. So, if you haven't done so yet, click like, drop me a comment, at any point of time, and, click the subscribe button and join the Big Brain Society. Today, I would like to tell you about a small project that I was running for last 2 months. So from one of my previous videos, you probably know that I had some sort of surgery on my wrist and a small tumor was removed. And since that, I was on a sick leave because I had issues with using mice and, doing anything on a computer. And, I'm doing more or less office work, and, using my computer is one of the main things I do. So, that was kind of hard because every time I was spending like even 15 or 20 minutes using mice, yeah, the pain was hard. And the other thing was the fingers are still kind of numb. But it's getting to the end, and it was 2 months, and I decided to spend these 2 months as much as I can to run a small project. And this small project was around a faction reputation. So let's start with some information about faction reputation. If you're gonna click the faction button and you're gonna display your faction store, first 3 factions: Federation, Klingon, and Romulan, right? Those are really important ones. Those are the ones you're gonna be working on since level 20 or something, when you're gonna be able to reach those spaces, and I'm gonna show them to you right now. So this red, this green, and these blue ones, those are the faction areas with the faction systems, and if you go there, you can do, I would say for now, magic with your faction reputation. How does it work? Whenever you are going to those systems and attacking hostiles, you are reducing the reputation for that system and you are increasing the reputation for other systems. And it works in a particular way that if you are attacking Klingons, you are getting more faction points for Federation and a little bit less amount of faction points for Romulans. If you are attacking Federation, you are getting points for Romulans and a little bit less points for Klingons. And if you are attacking Romulans, you are getting a lot of faction points for Klingons and less amount of points for Federation. Of course, the amount of points also depends on the type of red you are attacking. So surveys or envoys, however you call them, is the best ones to attack, and that's the one way to work on your faction reputation level. And when you are changing your faction reputation level, you are unlocking more and more and more of those rewards, which you can see right now on the screen. So if you are at 0, you're probably gonna have like something there, or I think below 0 there's like there is some sort of range where you still get rewards, but reputation can be negative. So if you are constantly attacking Klingons, your reputation is going to go negative, you won't be able to get those rewards. You also won't be able to do the Klingon dailies if your Klingon reputation is on the minus. So this is an important thing, and when you are starting the game and you are starting to get in those factions, there's one important tip. Work on 2 factions at the same time. Do not max one of them and then go for the next and then go for the next. My preference is to go for Federation and Romulan just by attacking a lot of Klingons. Why is that important? It's important because if you have positive Federation and positive Romulan reputation, you're gonna be able to work on ship blueprints. You're gonna be able to recruit your faction officers. You're gonna be able to use those rewards for your advantage, and you're gonna be able to progress faster. When you reach 10 millions on either Federation or Romulan, then you can focus on reaching 10 millions on the other one, and then you can start grinding to get Klingon reputations also to 10 millions, so you are your reputation is celebrated. It's important because when you reach 10 millions, at that faction, you won't go down. So if you're gonna double lock, so you're gonna lock Federation and Romulans and start attacking Romulans, Federation and Romulans won't go down, the Klingons gonna go up, they're gonna go to 0, because if you were only attacking Klingons, you were negative, and then you're gonna go to positive and reach this 10 million. At level 30, it's not that much of a grind to reach those positive 10 million reputations for all the factions, and that's the thing you need to do. You need to reach 10 million on every reputation. Why it's important to use double reputation? It's because beside those faction store things, as you can see in the background, you also have daily missions, right? Those daily goals here. And you also have daily events. And in the daily events and daily missions, when you are doing them, you are also impacting the reputation. So if you go for only one faction and you increase it a lot, what you're gonna get is every day by doing your dailies and events, you're gonna be pushing this reputation even higher, and you will have to kill a lot of reds to compensate that. And the bigger the gap between your highest reputation faction and the lowest reputation faction, the more difficult it is to get that lowest reputation up. So the last 2 months, I was saying that I was working on a small project. My idea was how much it is to grind to the next lock, because after 10 millions, there is another lock, and it's 1 billion reputation. It took me 2 months, and I maxed Federation first, and as you can see, I have all the rewards unlocked, also Klingon exchange messages on the highest possible level. And then I said, okay, because I was working by killing a lot of Klingon wrecks, and my system was just Taiga Core. It's a special system. If you're gonna decide that you wanna attack Klingons, this is when you are like 30, 32, maybe 35, 36. When you are able to kill reds here, you just go here, because the system is special. It's special because the amount of reputation you gain is the biggest possible in under the deep space systems. That's one thing. And the other thing is when you are attacking those reds and you open chests, you get a lot of speed ups. you get a lot of speed ups for research and buildings, so it helps you to progress even further. So I was spending like every available minute. Whenever I was able to get my phone and attack some reds, I was in that system and I was just like smashing them all the time. I mean, I was not doing anything more than just like sitting in this system and smashing them. Once I reached the 1 billion Federation faction log, I went to attack Federation ships, and then I moved because with the Federation there is no such system like Taiga Core in Klingon if it goes to Federation. So with maxing Federation reputation, I went here to this system, to Zosan, and started attacking reds here. And again, because my Federation was locked, I was able to attack and attack and attack and attack the Federation ships and only gain the reputation for Romulans. At the same time, I was also doing the Federation dailies and Romulan dailies and the Klingon dailies. And the interesting thing is, even though I was able to, you know, to grind the Romulan reputation also to 1 billion log, for now, right now, I am not able to do that for the Klingons. Because whenever I'm accepting those daily missions, right? Whenever I'm accepting those missions here, so for the mining and killing reds, right? Whenever I'm accepting the daily events, the daily goals, right? It impacts the Klingon reputation. You see, this reduction is like a 1 million reduction. I would need to kill a lot of Romulan reds to compensate that, and I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to kill that many reds. Now, I want to say it once more. This, what you can see here, is your path to getting better at game, to getting better ships, to start getting the blueprints for your faction ships. And for sure, Enterprise is one of those ships, right? So you have it here. You have to achieve the celebrated reputation on the Federation to be able to start, you know, exchanging your faction reputation into blueprints. As you can see here for the Enterprise blueprints. The higher you go, the bigger recruitment chests you can have. So the faster you can build up your officers. And as long as the ships are not that important in this game, the officers are. The officers and upgrades are the most important thing in this game, probably just next to your ops level, because they stay all the time. So if you max your officer, if you have a purple epic officer, and if you max him, you're gonna be using him all the time. Whatever ship you're gonna be like using at that point of the game, the officer is gonna stay. So maxing officers is one of the most important things, but you also want to have those ships. And as you can see here, right, you can exchange your faction reputation into blueprints. Here, Enterprise blueprints. And because I want to get this bad boy, Tribune, right? I already have a 21 blueprints of Tribune because I started to exchange Romulan reputation into those blueprints. And that might be a year-long journey to get 650 Tribune blueprints, but I hope the game gonna evolve and you know, gonna be able to obtain more of those blueprints this way or the other. So this is how it looks. How you manage the reputation, you take a really close look. What I was doing, I was writing down in Excel spreadsheet how many faction reputation I gain and I lose by doing particular thing. So for example, going here, I was writing that at this level, this is how my faction reputation is going to be impacted. At this level, this is how it's going to be impacted. At this level, this is how it's going to be impacted. Plus, I'm going to get some faction credits. And at this level, this is how it's going to be impacted. And I was calculating how to optimize this grind, how to use the reputation for your advantage. That's why I was double faction lock all the time, and I was keeping my Federation and Romulan reputation almost at the same level. And that's why right now I can still be double locked, but sadly, if I still want to progress in game and, you know, get reputation, get credits and things like that, this one probably gonna stay at that level, and I'm not gonna change that. Maybe somewhere in the future, but to do that I would need to stop doing my dailies, start doing my daily events, and just get to the Romulan systems and start killing reds. There is one more thing about faction reputation, how you can impact it. I cannot, okay, maybe I'm able to show it, because when you are doing missions, right, some of those missions will have this kind of, you know, watermark icon on the bottom right hand side. And this means that, for example, this mission, if I'm gonna look in the rewards, gonna reward me with Romulan faction reputation, and it's gonna impact, of course, Federation and the Klingons. And you can also manage your reputation just by doing particular ones and not doing particular ones. What's more interesting is you can finish a mission but not collect it. Then you can archive that particular mission and leave it for later. So for example, if you want to leave the Klingons, as I did at the end, this 10 million faction lock, right? So you're gonna be doing Federation missions, you're gonna be doing Romulan missions, and then when you're gonna log those two, you can come back to the archived missions of Klingons and then either quickly like collect them and you boost your reputation really quick, or you can just like start doing them. So that's the other way of managing your faction reputation. Really important thing, because the further you go in the game, the smaller amount of missions you get. So the biggest changes to your reputation you can do at the beginning of the game. When you are on level 20, 25, 30, you're gonna get a lot of those missions in those days. If you're gonna go to level 40, it's gonna be less and less and less. Of course, the reward's gonna be bigger, but it's not gonna be that huge of the impact. So archiving missions, using them later, collecting them later, impacting your reputation. Also a really good tip. So for example, you don't want to max your Klingon reputation, you don't care about Klingon reputation, you just do those missions, you just archive them and wait for the good moment. The last thing, why the faction reputation is important. As long as one of your factions is on a negative side, so you do not get dailies, you do not get daily events for that faction, you can take your ship, which maybe is not yet maxed, which maybe needs to do some XP grinding. You go to one of the systems, and let's say the Klingons hate me, right? And I'm gonna take one of my ships. I don't know. Maybe it's Bortas is my new ship. Let's find something like that. Let's take Centurion. Maybe Centurion is not a good idea. I'm looking for a ship which is not maxed. Okay, let's use that Saladin, right? If I'm gonna take my Saladin and I want to upgrade it, there are two things. Upgrading components, right? So I click a component, upgrade it, and upgrading the level. Of course, the higher tier of the ship is, the higher level can be, and I can higher level by spending the XP, which I can grind in the systems, or by doing dailies, or I can take that ship. And if Romulans do not like me, and my reputation is on the negative side, I'm gonna put a Groot crew, PvE crew there. And I'm gonna send that ship to one of the low-level systems of the Klingons. I'm gonna put it somewhere here on the side. And what it's gonna do is every few dozen seconds, 12, 15, 20, something like that, there's gonna be a hunter spawning, which is gonna automatically attack my ship. So if I will leave that ship during the night in that system, I'm gonna wake up and my XP on that ship is gonna be higher. You can of course use a crew like Pike, Moreau, Chen for that, for example, because Pike's gonna increase the XP gained. And this is what is called auto farm. You don't have to you don't have to farm your ship experience by manually clicking reds. You can do it overnight, you can do it automatically. The same thing you can do by sending your ship to this golden space, to augment space, and here, because augment space does not work like because augment space does not work like Federation, Klingon and Romulan spaces, you always have hunters spawning there. You can leave your ship, I don't know, depending on your level, on a higher or lower system. You just go there, you just leave your ship on the edge of the system, and during the night, if everything works well, those hunters are gonna be spawning and killing not killing, you want them to be attacking your ship but not killing your ship, and your XP on that ship is gonna grow. That's why you do not have to use the XP from here, right? This XP, or for example, Latinium. This is also a really cool way to level up your ships. So I think that's it if it goes to the topic of managing your faction reputation. A lot of you were asking me where there's gonna be more videos about how to get those blueprints for free. This is not a video which is which was specifically created to show you how to get the blueprints. But if you follow this advice, how to manage your reputation well, and you work on your reputation every day, and you are killing the Klingon exchange ships, and you are exchanging them messages, and you are doing dailies, and you are doing events, and you collect this reputation, you can start buying those blueprints for free. The higher your level is, the easier it is to gain the reputation, and it's easier, of course, to gain the blueprints that way. So I'm gonna create a separate video and I'm gonna be touching only that part, only how to connect and get the blueprints, by using reputation or other ways. But this is kind of hint. So if you are following my videos, you're gonna find additional info here, how to get this Enterprise for free or any other ship for free. Of course, it's a long grind. It took me 4 months to get all the Enterprise blueprints, and I already had a jelly at that point. I didn't have Enterprise, I had a jelly, and it took me like 4 months to just by working with the faction reputation to get Enterprise blueprints. Okay, so that's it. Remember the thing I told you at the beginning. To help me to grow, to help this channel to grow, to help me to get maybe some, few bucks back of like the content I'm creating, just from displaying some ads at the end of the video at the YouTube, because I'm not getting any rewards from the Scopely. Please help me by just, clicking like, dropping a comment in the comment section. Comments are, helping those videos to be displayed in the YouTube search more often. And, if you are not yet subscriber, that button, that doesn't change anything. You will not be spammed with the thousands of emails or something like that. Right now I'm like creating a video every 2 or 3 weeks. I would like to come back to creating video every 1 week. So just become a subscriber, and that's the best way how you can say, hey Emp, thank you for sharing this content. Thank you for spending some time and doing something for the community. So I hope you like this video. I hope you're gonna click those few buttons, and I'm gonna see the subscriber count increase after I release this video. And if you haven't done so yet, click the subscribe. Join the Big Brain Society. Stay safe, everybody. Bye bye. One last thing. During this video, you are seeing the interface of the game. And you probably looking at this, look, this is strange, right? Those icons are so small, the screen is so big. If I'm opening this doesn't look like something It's because I'm a part of the beta PC version testing, and I don't know, maybe I just filled some sort of survey and I just got the invitation for that. I just got an email with the link to click. And because those links are not tracked, if you are really particularly interested in getting the link, you can find me on one of the Discords. I'm on Revdu's Discord, I'm on the official Star Trek Fleet Command Discord and some other Discords. You can find me there, message me, and maybe I'm gonna help you, maybe right now it's just for selected few people. The other thing is that I installed a modded version of the game, and this is also official mode, and that mode was created by Reaper from the Reaper's Corner. And of course, if you want to install that mod, if you want your PC game to look exactly like the one you see in the background, what you need to do is please write a comment, and I'm gonna send the link with the Discord link. I'm gonna send you the link to the Discord where you can get the information where you need to download, what you need to download, and how to install it. And your game can look like this. You can do some crazy things like zooming really far away from from what you see, and seeing almost all the system this way. So that's the one thing. Some other cool things here. The timers for the warp for warp travel are fixed. The icons are much smaller, right? Of course, there are some glitches in the UI. So, for example, this looks so, maybe not best, but for me, it's better to see more on my screen than less. So I really like it. And it's not a secret. This mod is official. It was approved by Scopely. So if you want to have it, drop me a comment in the comment section, and I'm gonna post you a link to the proper Discord server where you can get all the information how to get the mod. And of course, you know, if you private message me on Discord, I might maybe give you a tip how to get the PC version, this beta version for tests. And yeah, right now that's definitely it. Thank you very much for watching till the end. I hope you like the content, and yeah, stay safe everybody. Bye bye.